All right, Fatboy FadeAway Sports. Good morning. Episode 267. I realized last week I put 256 on the show. Would have meant 265, but it's all right. So it is what it is.
You're a time traveler.
We time traveled back into it, so forgive me for that, people. But all right, got Tyler with me. Got Casey. We'll see if Brian makes it here. Maybe he's in the gym. Is he pumping iron? I don't know what he's doing earlier. We'll see what he's up to. Maybe the A's 2-game losing streak's crushing his soul right now. We'll see where he's at. He's in May 1st. Can he make it to the middle of May? We'll find out. Tyler, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. We rebounded after a tough loss to a crappy Sebastopol team, so I'm feeling better today. I'm excited to talk a little NBA.
You lost to that was the other team you lost to, too, was the other Sebastopol. You didn't put that part into it.
No, the other
Sebastopol. You were ripping up. You said that team was the coach that draft well.
No, he didn't. We didn't hit. They have one kid who can pitch, and we just didn't put the ball in play enough. And in the infield, they didn't mow the lawn for like 3 weeks. So if the ball hit the infield grass, it would just die. I was like, this is not good for us.
Yeah, you don't want that one. So they played to their advantage. That's smart. There. I think your mic's moving a little bit on us. Casey, I was thinking of Tyler last week because we actually had a pretty good discussion about his little league squad and stuff like that. And then you guys go up to Willits, right? Is that where you were at? Crush their soul. 20-0 again? Would we?
No, not quite that much. 13-0.
So when you lose to that game on Tuesday, how pissed are you when you're like, this team was not like? Did they just outplay you that day? And you can say, hey, it is what it is. They just were better than us, or did you feel like there was a lot to be desired out there? Effort, energy, a passion, a feel for the details. Is that what it was bothering you more?
It was just the lack of hitting. Our defense, our pitching showed up. It's just we didn't hit the ball. It's always frustrating. I hold on to things way too long, probably. Like I should let them go a lot easier, but I just am thinking over what did I do wrong? Did I not pitch a guy last game? Too many pitches where I could have saved them for this game, and I don't know. I find
that extra inning killed you at Cloverdale last week.
Exactly.
Came needed that 15.
He was 25.
It killed you on that one. That's fun. So did you? So when you're pitching like that, the guys are at that. Do you ever say, "Rod, I blame you for the Rod Brooks"?
No.
Hey, you've had to do this on TV. And you blame players for not performing. You didn't step up as a coach today. I'm disappointed.
I did go golfing. I did go golfing with Rod on Friday because our schedule got all messed up because we're rainouts and people are playing in our practice time. Yeah. And he goes, yeah, it's crazy how I ask questions and get paid to do it. And then I get home from these little league games and my wife's asking the same questions. And I'm like, I don't want to answer these damn questions. I feel the same way. I went to bed 30 minutes after I got home because I wasn't going to rehash some crappy game we just played.
That's funny. So the other Sebastopol, Team B, pumping their chest this week. You got to get a little. Do you get another shot at them?
No, that's the worst.
I'm assuming you beat him the first time.
Right.
Did you play him the first time?
We didn't play him the first time. We only played him once. I'm hoping to play him in the playoffs. That's what I want. Meet him in the playoffs.
Eliminate dreams.
Yeah.
So you basically played what we'll get into a little bit. Game 7 for Sebastopol. All the stakes were on the line. We'll get into that here in just a second. So yeah, you had that going on. All right, how many weeks you go all the way to the end of June or at the start of June? I mean,
middle of May, and then we have our end of the year tournament, and then All Stars start June 18th.
So you're all over that with it. All right, Casey, we went to a game yesterday. They played in Napa as Redwood Middle School. I'm like, this has to be partially high school. For a middle school to have a full-fledged football field and track, I was like, you got to be out of your mind. I was like, this campus was massive. And so I'm there, and this lady's there. She was an excited one. Let's put it that way. For a 7th grade basketball. She wasn't on the refs necessarily, but everything was. It just I felt like I was at a real professional game here with how much talking this lady was doing on the sideline. And what? She would go on, and then she'd be like, "Yep, we're gonna do this." Then she was just constantly talking the whole entire time. And then finally, with about a minute, 5 seconds left, the ref gives her a technical for stepping on the court. 2 points they're awarded to Derek's team. They have to hit a game tied shot with about 8 seconds left to send it to overtime. They won it overtime. So the technicals, you got to be a better fan. You got to be smart out there. You can't be getting on the court. It's just ridiculous.
I couldn't imagine being a coach or a player on that team.
The coaches on this team must have been at oldest. Maybe the guy was 23. At oldest, another one was like 19. Like they were young. I don't think they were going to say anything to this mom. That was my guess. And Dad was there too. He's just up in the stand saying nothing. That was my favorite part. He was the opposite. Like she'd be on one end, he'd go to the other. They would switch. And then the first half, she was at a different end, and he was at a different end. That was my favorite part watching that. He's like not saying nothing to him, but he's living with it. He's living with it, or maybe he didn't put a ring on it. Maybe he didn't put a ring on it. So Casey, we were talking about that Mark West Charger lady. This lady was double worse. That's hard to believe.
That's impressive. I will say, I think it was last week on Sunday, and I traveled with your wife and Derek, and it was just the three of us, and the refs were doing a good job. The one guy had I think he pulled his hamstring or something like that, and
the ref had a hamstring injury.
Yeah, and he's like, he's like, he's just not moving right, and I you know me, I don't really say anything, and he comes up to me and he's like, man, these people are kind of, a little hard on me. And I go, yeah, the kids are young. Let them do the running. And he gives me a fist bump. And then the substitute ref comes, and Derek's team's up by about 11, I would say. And they start trying to milk the clock with about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And I I'm just shaking my head.
Derek's team?
Derek's team, yeah. They're up by 11 with 4:20, and the coach is like start doing the milk the clock because there's no shot clock. And kids at that age, the kids at that age they're not skilled enough to just milk the clock like that. And sure enough, it gets to like a 6-point game, and the other guy, he overheard me. I was like, man, you're playing dumb basketball. Just play basketball. He looks at me, he goes, right? And sure enough, they turn it over. He goes, this brother knows what I'm talking about. And Hannah just goes, she goes, the African-American refs love you. I was like, it's not. It's basketball. Like, we know this. Like,
well, Derek's team didn't have that happen yesterday. Their team held the ball for 1:30 on him. And the coach had to put Derek in. There was only 6 people there with 5, and I was like, "Oh, this is not." They have 2 guys that aren't the fastest. That big guy's pretty fast, but he's not electric. And they're about 1:30. They were just keeping the ball away. I was like, they have no chance unless they foul. They just need to foul. They're not going to get the steal whatsoever.
But it's fun watching youth basketball. I love watching it. It brings back good
times. Times is terrible. Times it's it's hard to watch because of what you just said. You're like, you're turning it over at the end of the game. Like the one yesterday, they stole it at about 30 seconds left. I thought they were going to win it on it. The guy saves it, hits his teammate right in the face. The ball pops up, goes right to the guy for a layup on the other end. I was like, wow, I wish I had a team video of that one. So anyways, yeah, it's funny, the youth sports stuff. Yeah. There's always the unknown that you just can't predict. It's just you think you can imagine the worst case scenario, and then at times you're like, that was actually worse.
I always think about it though, because me, you, and Tyler watched sports growing up. It's not like today's now, where the Gen Z, I guess, they just kind of play YouTube.
Yeah, Derek doesn't watch it. I mean, Xavier watches it through YouTube Shorts mostly. I mean, he'll watch some stuff with me, but it's a different format than what we had to. So I don't know. Does Bentley watch sports?
No, he doesn't. I mean, he'll watch maybe the 9th inning of the Giants. He goes, hey, come watch the last inning. And then we end up disappointed. He goes,
well, they have to get 3 outs. I don't want to watch. I don't know.
It's going to take forever. They're never going to get 3 outs in the 9th inning. It's going to what are we doing here? No, he doesn't watch. He loves playing, but watching is not his play. We watch way more sports, like Casey was saying.
One of my favorite things is me and my brother. I mean, obviously, we're diehard fans, and I don't know. My brother's just about 3 years older than both of us, and
5
we'd be
years
watching
mature,
that.
3 years older. No, just kidding.
I didn't say mature, just older. But and we'd be watching TNT, and they'd always have the Thanksgiving game, and me and Darren would always reflect and go, man, Jamal Tinsley's the best point guard I've ever seen. I was like, this guy's unreal. Like, he had like 21 assists, and like we go back and rewatch, like, you know, like the VCR.
I posted
like,
every
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
yeah. So it's just like Darren would be.
Thanksgiving.
It felt like my coach watching. Darren's like, "Do you understand why he's running a pick and roll right now?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't understand it." Like, you know, so it's like he always had like someone telling you, like, you know, watch this player. Like, I remember Tyler, like Steve Nash, like was like your idol, and like so you like trying to implement things like at the schoolyard the next day, and you know, stuff like that.
Or
like
you're just aware of situations. Like, that's what I told Derek. Like, I'm like, Hannah's like, he doesn't do this. And I'm like, he doesn't like, he doesn't like, I'm not going to go out front and just like start breaking down like very in-depth things where like he can't do the basics well. Like, I can see like his, like a player will drive. He's like the center lot. So the guy will drive. He'll just kind of stand. And I'm like, just move a little bit to create he like little things like you do in soccer. That's why soccer is so good. It's like, he just like, so I'm like, he just, and if you don't watch it, you're not. It's not even that. It's one thing to act out the scenario, which is the hardest. But if you're not even aware of the scenario either, and like how these things play out, I think that's why watching at times is important. Now, some athletes said, like Carmelo Anthony, I've heard him say, like, "No, I didn't watch anything. Just." But I gotta think he watched a little bit. But you know what I mean. But like, I get it. They were probably playing more than they were watching, but they still were aware of like some of these big names and what they did. I gotta think that was part of them growing up. So I don't know, but I do think Tyler, it's a little bit important to watch, even if it's not NBA players. You're watching somebody.
No, I think it's really important. I think you can learn little intricacies. You can learn moves. Like, I remember seeing Monte Ellis' spin move. I was like, I mean, obviously I'm not Monte Ellis, but I remember like, okay, I can get to my left by spinning back. Or like a foul ball if it's rolling. I remember watching a game where a foul ball was rolling. And it was going fair foul, and it ended up foul, and the guy wiped it away. And I was like, oh, that's smart that you could do that. And then I did it in like a 9-year-old all-star game, and my coach was like, I think it was Flanagan and Don Jensen at the time was like, how the heck did you know to do that? I was like, I saw it on TV. So like you can learn little things just watching like
that's a hot
plays that are really meaningless. But as a
that
kid,
was like Tyler. I always say that. Like it was like, God, I forget. It was Ken Caminetti, and I was like watching. That's a name for you guys, Ken Caminetti. And
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. And he took like a bullet, like basically like a liner at third base, and he just like put his two knees down, took it off.
I know
the
where
chest.
this is headed.
Yeah, Tyler knows where this is going. And Tyler hit probably one of the hardest shots you'll ever hit at like third base. And I just like laid down and took it off the breasts. And I was just like, oh, and then I picked it up. No, I picked it up and tagged third base at the end of the game. And Tyler's like, it was my homie. He was like, if that was anyone else, no one else would have done that. And I was just like, yeah, it's just like, because you've seen it before. It's just like, I don't need the field. All I need to do is just block it and then just pick it up. And so to talk about just like the mentality of like, and seeing it from a professional is just like, oh, I can do that. I don't need to just like glove hand it the whole time. And you know, just
that's why watching it for baseball, like every sport, baseball is really important to watch because you just
that still hurt my chest to this day. That was a rocket, bro.
And to win the game though, it's the last out of the game. 2-1 game.
Come on, you got to ice it up after. Stop milking it. No,
I got some chili cheese nachos. I'm sure it's next.
That's funny. I like the one third base where the guy's like blowing it out, pretend like he's blowing it out of bounds. The third base of it. All right,
Mason Miller would disagree.
Mason would disagree.
Come on, Manny.
Did you guys see Game 7 at all yesterday? Celtics Sixers, or
watched the whole game? Watched the whole game.
Time we got. I was kind of saw some of it on my phone, not the game, but just checking the score once in a while. And then I saw. So it looked like the Sixers. They got off to a great start. Obviously, up 18. I think they were as much. And then, as you kind of predict, fourth quarter, Celtics make a run. Had multiple possessions at the end of the game where they could have took the lead at some point. I think they missed 3 straight shots. Maybe even more. Sixers were able to get the rebounds there, and then they hit a couple clutch shots by Maxey there on drives to finish off the game. I was listening to it on the radio with PJ Carlosimo on there, and he kept referring to the guy. He never caught his name. I don't think it's the guy that does like used to do old Monday night football. But Hana was getting disturbed.
Mike Patrick?
PJ kept referring to the guy that was doing the play-by-play as Tess, and so she's like, "Come on, Tess, did we get that?" And so she was thinking short for a male body part, and she couldn't get it out of her head. So every time she was like, "Why does he keep calling him Tess?"
That's probably Tessator or whatever.
That's who I thought it maybe was, but I'm like, it didn't sound like him. He's got a very distinct voice. You know what I mean? It didn't sound like him, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, we digress as I riff over there on that about the word test. Anyways,
the wrestler?
Not T, not the T. So what do you think, Sixers? I mean, for the Celtics, for me, it's kind of, I mean, yeah, you had the whole thing with Tatum, but up 3-1, we know how that feels. I don't know. What do you think, T?
I was impressed with the 76ers. I mean, Embiid came back, looked rusty that first game, and then he played great the next 3 games. He might be out, his knee injury. I don't know.
He looked like he was dead.
It didn't look good at the end. I mean, steroids work. Paul George is a great indication that you stick a needle in you get better quick. Even that 25 games, rested his knees, got a little stronger. He's ready to go. He played great defense. And then Maxey's special.
Man,
like, he's really good. He's lightning quick, and you have to respect his shot. And then Edgecombe's not afraid of big moments. And you have a rookie who's that athletic, that fast, and can be a willing defender. They're pretty good. Are they going to beat the Knicks? If without Embiid, no. But if Embiid's healthy, they got a shot.
They got the guards. They got the wings. They could. Do you think Maxey will? What's Maxey's third year right now? Or no? Right, it's third year.
He's like 22 or 23 years old.
Do you think he'll be better
24.
than Fox is at Fox's now? Like he'll be better than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I think De'Aaron Fox is a hell of a player, but I think Maxey's got more upside.
All right, they're just curious. They're both super fast, obviously. One righty, one left hand, a little different there. But and Fox had some really good years there. He's still good, but like you said, but yeah.
You think there's ever been a game 7 where 3 starters didn't score a single point?
Pathetic.
Like, on one team. On
yeah,
one team, 3 starters didn't score a single point. Like, that's a rough go.
So what does this mean for Boston, though? Like, this is just like, we get Tatum back next year, we're good to go again. Like, they didn't necessarily, like, they did that lose some depth there. And, like, the one guy that always keeps surprising me is White. Like, he's still playing well. And who's the other? Who is the white guy?
He didn't play well at all this series. He just played well.
Yeah, but his defense is still solid, and he could. I mean, you're right. He did take a step down from where he's been at, but he still surprises me. I always think he's gonna be worse than he is. And then who's the other white guy that's been solid for him? Yeah, he's been great for him. But
Caitlin Clark,
the bigs weren't able to play like Celtics have had those bigs, and I don't think they got it out of them this year. And obviously the Tatum injury news in the Game 7 is never going to be helpful at all. I don't know. Do you think Celtics just run it back again?
I mean, what are the options? They're going to bring Missoula back. They're not going to fire him. He's been too good, even though they had 3 bad years.
3 first round
eliminations, but they do have an NBA championship. The only thing that could do is get rid of Jaylen Brown. They're not going to do that.
Wow.
That'd be crazy. Like, they're locked in on the salary cap, basically. They're not going to be able to add much. I don't see them doing anything. Just run
trade for Holiday back,
see where they're at. Maybe get a veteran like that.
Yeah, you're right. The Tatum one's going to be the big one, right? They'll get him for the whole year. Yeah. Well, we both know it's not going to be the whole year. He'll play for half the year in the playoffs. That's the Tatum news. But they'll get him back, and then who do you have? I wonder. I was thinking, man, OKC Celtics is going to be the best series headed in, and they're out from the Sixers in round 1, and I'm just like, is this going to be like a Pacers OKC thing again, where it's a surprise team in the East? I don't know, because the other side of the bracket, those are NBA TV teams. Like, they're not even like, you know what I mean? That's on that side. So the NBA's kind of got a little bit of they're like, come on, Knicks, come on. They're praying for the Knicks at this point to get in there. I don't know. I guess I'm just really surprised by the Celtics collapse.
I mean, PDP played good. I mean, it was one of his best games in series.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't have the stats, but when I was listening, it seemed like they were getting every defensive rebound. Like that's where the Celtics kill you most of the time. Is they get these second chances and these kick out threes.
Joe Embiid was like the biggest game changer. I mean, he played the last 4 games. He went 3-1.
Now he won't be it. Now he's out for the playoffs. He went too hard. He went too hard.
Nah, he's not going to be out for the playoffs. He had a couple, like, he had where the guy falls into you and, like, kind of like the little hyperextension, but he played the rest of the game. He'll be fine. Joel Embiid looks like he's always injured. So, I mean,
that is true.
And Jaylen Brown,
sell those tickets to Knicks fans.
Jaylen Brown said it, and I was like, I love Jaylen Brown. You know how much I love Jaylen Brown, and he's just a big force. He's a big dude, and he's flopping and flailing, and this is the NBA that we're in. I'm like, I don't want to hear that from you. Basically, like, all you guys do is shoot threes. So I don't want to hear any complaining. So I just think, they deserved the win. I mean, they were the better team when I watched them. They outplayed them. They got off to like a higher, like their energy was high when they started the game. They got off to a real quick 11-3 run and just like kind of dictated the tempo. It really just dictated like, how the game was going to be played. And I thought it was a phenomenal game. The Celtics they live and die by the three, man. They play a math game, and when they don't make more threes than the other team, they lose. And so that's.
Do you think the Celtics or the Nuggets loss is more disappointing? Celtics because of the team.
I would say the Nuggets. Just because the Celtics going in didn't really even have like the expectations they had from the beginning of the season, especially with Tatum coming back as early as he did. I think having a possible MVP like Jokic and Aaron Gordon's just never healthy come playoff time. It's just a big thing for them. And they're like, Peyton Watson was a big loss. Well, whatever. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Gobert played unreal. It was like, he shut him down basically. It was an impressive performance. I think the Nuggets are easily the most disappointing team to go out first. Not even close.
Oh, I mean, with Ant out, that's a real tough loss. Like, you can't.
And DiVincenzo.
Yeah, but I mean, what Ant said last year about Jaden McDaniels when they re-upped his contract, and like, oh, I already have my Scottie Pippen. I looked at him like, what are you talking about, Jaden McDaniels? And he has just grown as a player like the last 2 years. He gets better and better every year. We see him in the playoffs. He locks down Murray this series. Murray has a terrible series. And then he scores 32, 25. He puts up numbers offensively. He's developed that mid-range game. He's long as crap. Can you hear me? Well, all right. We're going solo here, I guess. Yeah, McDaniels is good. But on to the next round. I'm looking forward to the Timberwolves Spurs. I think Timberwolves could give – who's going to give Wembanyama more problems than Gobert? If Gobert's not giving him any issues, which he likely might not because of how good Wembanyama is, the series could get ugly. But if he does, I love the Timberwolves perimeter defense. I love their coach. I think they play a smart brand of basketball. And I think they're going to give the Spurs a little more trouble than most people think. I don't see the Thunder-Lakers series being competitive. I think you made me go solo for a little while. Oh my God. I just on to the second round, breaking down games. I don't think the Laker-Thunder series is going to be competitive. I think the Thunder are going to run right through them. There's no depth.
What's the news on Williams?
Going to struggle. What?
What's the news on the Williams guy from the Thunder, though? Is he out? Or is he
the day.
All right, because he pulled his hamstring. Yeah. Doesn't matter, you're saying?
I don't even think it matters.
And they get another lottery pick this year.
Perimeter defense is just
I think the Lakers are
all
win.
These teams.
I think LeBron is going to do it, man.
No way.
We'll see. There's no chance, but
I do. I'm rooting for LeBron.
Is he bringing the Germany doctors to America? Because there's not time to go to Germany.
I don't see it, Case. That's a big upset if they get that done. And everybody not liking the Thunder because of all the fouls still.
Bring your kid to school day. Come on.
Gotta like that. Bring your kid to school day. Yeah, every day is bring your kid to school day. All right.
He's
He
an
needs to
animal.
go work there.
He's he's so good, man. He's in his 23rd season. It's ridiculous. And he's leading the play. He had more points than the Rockets in a quarter. Like, this is stupid. Like,
what a disappointing effort by Durant, too. Like,
He didn't play.
I know, like, when I said would you
He's
rather have
hurt.
Embiid or Durant at this point go to next year, you said you'd still take Durant, right? Because Embiid obviously looks like
plays.
he's walking on fragile glass as well. Well, I mean, Durant doesn't play the playoffs, it seems like.
Durant played the second most minutes of the whole season. That's an Ime Udoka idiot move by playing him 38 minutes a game for 75 games. What are you doing? He's 37 years old.
So
You expect him to go through 2 months of NBA grind in the playoffs? No. I mean,
this guy is
37
unbelievable,
still.
though. He's
What?
gonna be. He's like Dodgers Galarraga in baseball. Like he's gonna play on like every.
That is
team.
so disrespectful to Kevin Durant calling him the Andres Galarraga.
In terms of playing for
That
so many
is
teams,
insane.
not talent wise, just playing
Okay.
for
Grande
teams.
Gato? The
Playing
Grande
for,
Gato?
playing for teams. Like he's gonna play for every team in the whole league. Like he's gonna end up.
No,
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
he
like-
definitely has a way of pissing off teammates and not getting along with people.
Andres hit
Especially
balls.
reporters.
Be respectful to the big
No,
cat.
Andres was good, but he wasn't Kevin Durant level at least.
Not on the
I
Giants.
bet
he
more
was
played
not.
for every team.
He was
Like,
good on the
he played
Giants.
for these. He like moved on from teams. It felt like all the time. Like he was.
He was solid on the Giants. I wouldn't say good.
You hit a big home run, I remember, but yeah.
We got a big home run lined up. I wish Brian was here. I know Darren's got it teed up at some point, but we'll save that for later.
We'll see.
in the
Like,
show.
my internet keeps going out every time I go to,
No,
the,
come on.
go to the next page. Like, we'll be smart. We will end with a bang. Tyler has to go solo at the end.
What to talk about today's games? Who you guys got today? Cleveland, Toronto, 2 games.
Toronto with a kiss? Can they get 2 kisses? Can we get 2
Andres Galarraga played 34 games for the Giants. He had 300 and had 15 doubles and 12 home runs in 36 games. That's unbelievable.
My God, Hall of Famer, forever Giant, Andres. That is unbelievable stats. But they decided not good enough for you to get rid of it.
Too old.
Did he have a couple good years with Atlanta, or did he go from Atlanta to Eagles?
No, he had good years on Atlanta. He went Atlanta, Texas, Giants, Montreal, Giants, Angels.
Yeah, no, his last home run against the A's, as I remember correctly, in the good old Oakland Coliseum for Andres. I said I would go with Cleveland for sure. At home, seems like everybody.
For sure.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think at home, it seems like it's a home series.
James Harden, Game 7. You know what he does.
I don't know. I'm as much as he's definitely limited in a game like this against the team he's playing. I could see Donovan Mitchell having a big game. Like I could see him getting 45 in a game like this today.
Man. The best player in the series has been Evan Mobley and Scotty Barnes. So far,
Barnes has surprised me a little bit. Like I was kind of unsure, like where some of his offensive game was. I still question, man, if he was like your 3rd best player, you'd be in some damn good shape. Like that's kind of where I'm at with him. Like, but I know he's still.
They did it. They did it without Brandon Ingram too. So I mean,
sometimes those black holes are a nice little. Go sit over there for a little while. Let us grown men do the grown men work in the playoffs.
What do you guys think about the early game though? 12:30. Who you guys got?
That's a weird series.
So
Detroit, the battle for Angel Reese's love. Who's gonna win?
Nobody wants it. No.
I mean, I think it's so.
Orlando was like, we don't want Angel. We're out. We're gonna blow a 20-point lead. No, it's good.
We're gonna score 19 points in the second half after being up.
Pathetic.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Hardaway put out a great little thing. What's the worst loss? The Hawks going out like they went out, or the Magic losing that game?
No, the Hawks by
3-2.
far.
Hawks.
Hawks by far. It's not even close.
I would never want to be put.
Disgusting effort.
Yeah.
I don't know. At least, I mean, as a fan, it's easy to be like, all right, we just don't give a F. Like, at
It was
least
more than don't give an F. That was like UConn played like I don't know, like we could.
19 points and a half is worse than what the Hawks did for any half.
It's not good to blow game 6 when you have an 18.
I love
3-2 lead. You're at 8 seed.
I love when Mike Breen's like, they're on a 39-4 run, and Richard Jefferson's like, I don't think you can call that a run.
Yeah, that's a domination at that point right there. That's just reality.
61-19 at one point. Come on.
72-22. I mean, I saw one when I think when I got in to the place where I saw, I think it was 105-51, and I was like,
That's more respectable.
I was like 54 points down. But then I look at the time, it was like third quarter with 5 minutes left. I was like, good God. I was like, look, good job, Kuminga. Way to step up. No, I mean, I think also that was the other thing is like Kuminga, Kerr definitely, you could say he could have used Kuminga better. But with that said,
he sucks.
This is why he's a frustrating player because of his consistency. Like, and he just like he can't do things on the court that just are winning plays consistently. He does things like where it'd be like he can dunk out of his mind and get that lob, which was absolutely insane. But like, and he could do like some steals and have some moments. But with him playing in the structure of a winning basketball game, that's hard for him. And I felt like he struggled a little bit this playoff with some of that.
So I want to say this. I was watching, I believe it was game 5, excuse me. And Kuminga got the rebound. He's about his own three-point line, and Nikhil Alexander-Walker, and he might have one other guy up there. And he's about 30, 40 feet behind him. And he's got about basically a 2-on-1 or 3-on-1 at this point. And he just drives and dunks it, but he had Nikhil wide open. He just like throws up his hand and goes, WTF. Like, I don't like, he's pissed. Next possession, I'm like, man, they got to sub him out. He subs him out. And I'm like, you got to make, you just can't do, you know what I mean? He doesn't see what you see, you know what I mean? Like the floor game is not, his mental is not there, man. And he checked out really quick. Like, and the first quarter, it reminded me of Adam Darwish. And I love you, Adam. But
listen.
He never took a shot in the first quarter. It was like, you told me the pass. I'm passing.
I remember that, Adam. That
like, it was exactly like that. And I was like, wow, I could see it. I know they see it. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like, well, you told me I was overshooting, so all I'm going to do is pass and try on defense. I guarded my man. Yeah, but you didn't help. Well, that's not my man.
Yeah, there were certain points of that. I would say I hear you though, Tyler, on the Orlando one, but I guess let's get our picks real quick before we get it. I'm gonna go with Detroit. I don't feel great about it, but I think they're at home, game 7. Cade's been pretty good. Banchero's been a good matchup, but I think give Cade a little bit of the nod, Tyler. And I don't know if Wagner's playing or not, but
Wagner.
Yeah, that will make a difference if he was in. So I'm going to go Detroit.
Yeah, I'll go the same. I'll go the same. Without Franz, they're just not the same team.
I mean, I want to pick the Magic because I don't think the Pistons are that good either. Durant's been very disappointing in these playoffs. He seems to just have, I don't know, maybe playoffs are different as far as getting rebounds and scoring. Like the way he does, it doesn't seem like it would affect him, but it has. Wendell Carter's done a great job. Yeah, I like the Pistons because of Cade. I trust him more than Suggs. And Banchero's shot selection at times. I mean, he can score, don't get me wrong, but his shot selection at times.
Yeah, it takes a lot of threes.
Just get to the hoop. You're 6'10", 250 pounds. Use your big ass and move people. I'm settling. I think I'll take the Pistons, but I think I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Magic pull this off, just because I don't believe in the Pistons.
It's funny that the
Magic a little less.
Magic, it feels like the Magic and Raptors should have been swapped where they were seed-wise based on talent, but the Raptors outplayed them. And then kind of an interesting bottom of the half or the top half of the bracket there.
Who you guys got in the second game?
That's what I was saying. I got Cleveland by a lot.
I got the Raptors.
I don't think there's a chance for Raptors.
I think it's going to be the closest game. I like Mitchell closing the game more than I like anyone on the Raptors.
RJ Barrett.
I do like Jacoby Walter. I didn't realize his game, like how much game he had. These Baylor guards. I don't know. There might be something to move it from Kentucky to Baylor.
Now that Calipari's got it started with Donovan Mitchell. They took the other Donovan Mitchell, right?
Davion Mitchell. he doesn't count. But what's his Edgecombe? This Walter kid, I am very impressed with. I'd love for the Warriors to somehow add him as like a young guy you take a chance on. Obviously, I don't think the Raptors are giving him up, but
don't take bigs from Baylor. We experienced that.
No. Don't need Ime.
Don't think it.
Got it.
Hey, so
Got it.
NBA playoffs week. That's probably the most NBA we've talked in a while. Brian, what do you thought? Yep, that's probably why. So anyway, so that's, what do you? I kind of wanted to get your guys' thoughts real quick. So Tyler, you got to go in a little bit here, but I was thinking a little bit about the Mendoza for some reason a little bit this week. Like, all right, so what should they do with Cousins? And you're starting to hear people say, well, you just said about the year, you watches the stuff, blah blah blah. The Raiders could at least get 6 wins with Kirk Cousins. I'm like, that's definitely not a guarantee. That's confidence right there. 6 after winning 2 last year. Triple R total. So is there a part with them like, and then some people are like, well, you don't want to tank this year with the draft because there's 2 quarterbacks next year that you might think are even better than Mendoza, and you end up making that thing a situation. But I don't know. I'm just curious, like, where should they play Cousins, Tyler, a little bit at the beginning of the year? You think should it be Mendoza from the beginning? What do you kind of think the situation that plays out?
I'd probably give Cousins 4 games, and then whenever that bye week's coming, I kind of shoot for Mendoza to be ready then. Unless Mendoza just comes out like he's ready to go, then obviously you go Mendoza. But if he has any like inkling of like he doesn't seem to be reading this correctly at this time consistently, I would probably start with Cousins, but I'd be looking for my first, where can I get Mendoza ready to go as far as maybe sit out a couple weeks. But if he's ready, you just put him in.
Play his ass.
Yeah, what do you think?
Play him right away. He played in the national championship. He's seen everything. He played against a great Miami team last year. He played against the top 15 pick in Ruben Bain and his edge rusher. Carson Beck played against him. I think you gotta play him, man. Kirk Cousins.
Our offensive line stinks though, even with the center addition. It's not like we have a good offensive line.
Troy Aikman played through worse. Steve Young. I mean,
Troy Aikman. Maybe he is the next Troy.
Just let him play, baby. I mean, let him roll the dice, man. You got a great tight end. You got a comfort blanket right there. You can throw to. You got a big back in Ashton Genty. I think you got a great coach now, coming from Seattle. I think you just roll with them, and I think if you start 2-3, I mean, yeah, you'd be like, okay, yeah, I mean, right. This top of the wins that we got last year, but I think
we were 2-2 at one point, though. We were 2-2.
That's great taking.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Gina.
You think he's seen everything because he's been in college? Like, there's a lot he hasn't seen, and that's
why I'm like, I
think it's a little. I don't think he's just gonna be
after I seen him take that first shot he did in the championship game and came back like a beast. I think he's ready. He's got the moxie for it. I think he's a gamer. I really do think he's the real one, man.
Casey's also he's a confidence meter. It's always high. We like it.
Hey, Brian, stop it. I'm willing to make that bet again, Brian. I'll do 100 push-ups.
So Casey's saying
Raiders are going to get more wins than the Niners, and you can suck it.
That would be. I guess if that happens, if that ever happened, that'd be one of the worst seasons in Niners history. Especially going into this year.
Can't be worse than Dennis Erickson.
I don't know. Like, I mean. There is a theory though, like somehow with the Packers it does work. I just think they have a better system in place with always all these other guys around them when they sit out their quarterback, like what they did with Love and when they did. But it's like they have way better quarterbacks than the Raiders have in Kirk Cousins. It's like 2 different. You know what I mean? It's like you had Rodgers. It's like, well, that makes sense that Love's not playing. Well, you had Favre. That makes sense that Rodgers didn't play. So they do it that way. So. The Raiders are just such a bad franchise. I'm just worried that like he'll get in there right away and like all this confidence he had coming out of college could be destroyed right away because our offensive line isn't able to block for him. And we have got to have one of the worst wide receiver rooms in the league. I can't imagine that being like Case. I'm just saying like part of me just thinking, hey, I would just put Cousins out there and see what happens. And if he goes 0-8, you take him out. But if not, he's still learning stuff. I mean, like I said, he's going to be positive. I think he's going to be positive. He's not going to the White House to celebrate. He's going to stay there. So I don't know. That would be my thoughts on it. Is let's let Cousins ride with it and we'll just see what happens. I'm used to crappy seasons. We get another good pick. I'm okay with that.
I think if we get a wild card spot, it'll be a good season.
Man, if we finish near 500.
I'm always optimistic, but no, realistically, I think we'll probably.
That's beyond optimistic. That's thinking positive after doing that.
Realistically, as Tyler puts his head back and says, "Do you want these?" I think it'll be 6-11. 6-11, most likely.
6-11. All right. Tyler,
I mean, they're gonna have an easier schedule. They're the worst team in the league last year, so it's good. It should be an easier schedule. So I think 6-11 would probably be the tops. Is 6 wins I'll put them at.
you're like that's not going to be the case on that one. That's not going to be.
I like how Tyler put the hands back. He did the illegal touching side.
Illegal touching on that. Illegal touching. What do you guys make with the whole NFL draft grade? Is that the biggest scam in professional sports right now? The NFL draft grades a week after. I know that Tyler, it always cracks me up those things.
They get a C, they get an A. But this guy ends up being a Hall of. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what these guys say. They don't know what they're really. I mean, they know what they're talking about as college players and what they look like on film, but it doesn't always translate. They always look like Hall of Famers in their highlight reels. Like you draft a guy, this guy, Deshaun Scribbly looks unbelievable when you show all his great plays. Like, yeah, great. But what's he going to look like on every other play? He said it's a meat market. How the hell can you tell? I don't know.
I was curious if Ron gave you any insight on the.
I was like, "What do you think of that pick?" He's like, "It's NFL draft. What the hell do I know about these?"
Exactly, don't know anything. The Mendoza thing will be kind of fascinating. The way the Raiders, we'll see what they do. I mean, obviously they brought Cousins in for a reason. I don't think Cousins was coming in not to not play. I don't know. That was just so. I think Cousins is the week 1 starter for sure. We'll see how far the Raiders go with that. All right, let's go winners and losers here before we get to 7:30 here. Case, what do you want to start us out? Loser of the week or winner of the week?
I'll go positive, go winners. And this is for my boy Brian, who's missing in action. But Shea Langoliers, 10 jacks this year, leads all major league catchers in home runs. The one bright spot after getting spanked by the Guardians the last 2 games. But
at least they put up 6 runs. At least we put up 6.
They got 14.
I know. That's Tyler and I are dealing with 2 different issues with our teams right now. Tyler would be like, 6 runs, let's go.
It's a week of baseball.
Tony the Fifth. What's going on with Tony the Fifth?
No, you'll be the loser.
Yeah, let's leave that one for a little loser. So that's a good one, Case Winter. He has been awesome. I said I had the 4th pick overall in the 8th pick overall in my fantasy baseball draft this year, and we have 8 keepers. There's so many picks left in a 12-man league. I took Shea with the first pick. It's been good. So yeah, man. All right, T, what do you got for the winner of the week?
I got just being a kid who plays baseball, not coaching. I'm parent, just watching. I just love doing it. I enjoy it. So much less stressful. I don't have to worry about anything. Just get to watch him go out and play baseball. Sit there and when he makes a mistake, I'm like, whatever. It doesn't affect me at all. Talk to him after, maybe a day later.
I kind of
a car ride home or anything. I love it. I like coaching. I love coaching Bentley when he's engaged, but it's just harder for me to. I don't know.
Focus on him the whole time because you have other players you have to.
Yeah, and I don't want to.
He's pretty good already.
Yeah, he's good, but he just also can be a distraction. Just need you to shut up.
That's where you need Ryan to come in, give him a bear hug, give him a bear crushes. Hey, son, listen up. You start shoving seeds down. Yeah. No, I hear you.
I enjoy just being a parent and watching them play.
Tyler, I got a question for you. Does your dad have any input? Does he kind of feed Bentley's ear at all, or your brothers or anything?
No, he'll give me and my brother a lot of input, what he says. Why'd you do this? Who's this kid? Why did you play him here? He stinks.
Because your dad's
way better than what you. Why'd you bat ninth?
Your dad's I would say a baseball savant. He won a Park West Little League championship and won the tournament champion, so he's got that over you. But He's like the Connie Mack of the but does he like? Is it just baseball? It's like his forte. What you would say is like where he like engages the most with you, like for sports.
Yeah, coaching wise, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll rip on the Giants and rip on the Niners. He loves to rip on professional teams. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, most of the time it's baseball, and he just asks questions and why I do something. And when we lost that game, that's a basketball team. He's like, "Hey, you're gonna lose games." And I'm like, pissed. He's like, "You'll get over it." And I'm like, I don't want to hear this.
You'll get over it You'll get over it when you win the next game. That's living.
He's great.
No, I hear you. Then watching with the kid, that's a turkey roll with it. Because of the balance to be in. All right, I got winner of the week. I'm going Mariners honoring Randy Johnson, another 51. They retired 2 51s now the last month with Ichiro getting retired. And in honoree, they had a 51-foot hot dog available. That was quite generous.
What was the price?
$37.
Wow,
not bad, huh? Not bad.
51 foot? No way.
Yeah, that was
had to be 51
inches. 51 inches.
I was like, would it feed the whole section?
It's like the cups going up the road. Hot dog. People are Lady in the Tramping it.
It's the size of Randy Johnson, 6'10". We're gonna make it.
Could you eat it all in one bite?
The size of what? No, we're just kidding. We're getting off the rails here. All right, yeah, so I had that.
That's a massive wiener.
I have that as winner of the week. Nick Kurtz tied Barry Bonds for 20 games in a row with a walk. He did do it yesterday. So 20 games. I'm like, maybe we'll free him up now. He's not looking for the walk so much. So I'm trying to take them there. So, Tyler, it always amazes me with our two teams. Like the A's can develop these hitters a little easier than the Giants. The Giants will trade for some a little better. They've had obviously Posey and Crawford built, but I always feel like I don't even think like Crawford and built limited in areas where like a Nick Kurtz and your Tejadas and your Giambis of the world, your Chavezes, they've been able to build up some of these young guys offensively. Olsen, Chapman, when he was actually good. So you had those situations too. So those would be our winners of the week here. Chase, where would you go loser of the week then?
I got a couple of them. The first one I'm going to start off with the Dodgers announcer. I think it was a few days ago, and man, just I like using this word, but just a pompous ass. The Marlins beat
Davis?
2 out of 3, and he goes, "Well, this is the Marlins World Series," and and I'm like, shut up, man. Just because you lost 2 out of 3 to the Marlins, like, this is their World Series, so they're playing as hard. I'm like, baseball, everyone plays hard. If you don't play hard in baseball, you look like an absolute ass. Like I've never not played a baseball game and not played. Maybe mentally you're not always there, but like you physically have to play. So to me, that was just like
baseball's a mental game.
Come on, dude. Like,
I'm with you 100%.
What are you not going to field the ground ball? What are you not going to throw it to first? Like, not going to swing. So I thought that was just a big cheap shot for no apparent reason. And then the other loser is the NBA playoffs, man, for players getting injured. And I said it last week. It just sucks when people get injured. So not having Tatum, not having Ingram. All these guys, the star players, is just
Durant.
Yeah, Durant. It's just, they're still it's intense games, but it's just you want to see the best of the best, man. It's just
no doubt.
It's frustrating, man, because as much as I've harped on the 82 games and whatever it be, but it's just like. I just want to see the best play the best, man. It sucks. It'd be like a tennis, where Alcaraz and Sinner aren't playing, and it's
French Open. That will be the case. Alcaraz will not be available. Good tennis knowledge. That's good. I hear what you're saying. That we talked about it a little bit last week too. Yeah, no, you always want to see the best players out there, especially Ant's been out too. So yeah, I hear you on that. Wemby missed a game in the playoffs too. Tyler, what do you got for loser of the week?
Oh, there's a bunch of Giants. Let me just list them off here. Tony V just moron. Does not. I don't know what he's doing. I don't. It doesn't.
Who?
They're terrible.
Are you talking about
Tony
the
the
Schwarber
Fifth.
situation that we should have put?
Tony the Fifth?
Everything. Just the way he manages the bullpen, his lineups. I mean, their two best hitters are at least going for 400. The batting average, if you combine them, like Devers and Adames are hitting 211, 194, making
Pathetic.
millions and millions just shitting the bed.
And millions.
Bosey putting all of his trust in Tony V. Like, this is the one hire you're going to make some guy who's never managed at a professional level. Like, now that's who you're riding with. All right, Buster. And then the third base coach, Hector Bourne. My God.
It was
There's a guy on second base.
Wendell.
No, this one, he holds him. This is a hold. And extra innings. The ball is clear. Drew Gilbert's on second. He's a base hit up the middle, hits off the shortstop glove, and goes like 80 feet into the outfield. He holds him, and he would have scored by 20 feet. I was like,
oh, man. I was at
we're losing this game. In Philadelphia, you know it. Just comes in, wins the game. I do like how Drew Gilbert tried to catch the ball as low as possible to get the guy to leave a little early. But the Giants are a mess.
I thought that Philadelphia series, because you had the doubleheader. You guys are up.
Blow my brains out.
He pitches great, and then you guys lose that one on a Simpson ground. It was not Simpson, was it? Crawford, the ground ball to shortstop there. He ends up beating it out to win the game there. And then you have the second game where you come back. The Giants kind of show a little resilience there. And then I like people that don't know. Devers gets two little like kind of single hits. So you're like, all right, man, he's gonna get in it going again. But turns out it's not the case with him. But the board situation, that's the worst one of them all. I mean,
bad.
As a third base coach, like he literally had the stop sign up. The ball, if anybody didn't see the play, second, they run around second, no outs, start of the 10th inning, like you get the runner. I think it's Scott.
No, it's Gilbert.
No, the second baseman for the Phillies.
It was Scott.
He dives for the ball, goes off his glove, which slows the ball down, obviously, completely. I mean, not to a dead stop, but out far enough. I'm just watching the game. It got on TV there, and I'm like, they'll send them, and then they don't send them, and I'm just like, what? Like that is, I got to see what happened there. Did he just like, and literally, the guy, he like had his hand up from the very beginning, like he should have been like this kind of at the end, but he just. Gilbert like it wasn't looking at the ball. Obviously, he's coming around the corner, trusting the coach there. That was one of the worst ones I ever saw. There was like a funny meme where it was the tennis player Borg like holding up like this and like that. Like they were like the tennis player like celebrating a win, and I thought that was funny. With the
Did you hear Dave Fleming ripping on him on the broadcast? Like
he should have been
ripping on. I was like, wow, attaboy, Dave. Don't be a company man. Give this guy a taste of it.
I think the worst base running I've seen run since Ruben Rivera was your son, Tyler Bentley, last year. Yeah, first, yes. You know what I'm talking about. He overran it and then came back and attacked it again. And you're like, but you were at the third base coach, and I seen it. You're like, what the hell happened? He's like, I missed first base.
You gotta hit.
Stop admiring your damn ball.
And then the next day, Arise gets thrown out at third base on a triple with one out. And I'm like, by 5 feet. I'm like, oh my God. Like, that's going to Borg. As I said, little Wendell Kim shutout we gave him last week. We need more Wendells. Wendell was sending him. There was no
Wendell. Wendell Kim of Little League. I've never seen Tyler.
No, he's all in on that.
14-0 steal. Let's go.
Tyler, those are great losers of the week. Borg for sure. That was the one that jumped out to me right away. How about Acuna going down yesterday? Can I add that to the list?
Never good.
Not a good sign. That sucks too. Braves are playing good. He's a great player. He just is. He's one of the best players in the league. And not just his power. He's smart. He's a great defender too. You forget about that with I think it was the Sunday night game a couple of weeks ago. Philly were making a rally, and Schwarber was Schwarber. Like I said, I think I said it last year in the offseason. He just reminds me like a David Ortiz. I mean, Ortiz might be a better overall, but it just seems like he is fully locked in now at his age. He knows what he does. He like Tyler. I don't know when he was up. I'm like, he's gonna get a hit here. Like, sure if he doubles down the right. He just seems to be clutch too. He doesn't strike out quite as much in those situations like he used to. But anyways, he's one of those for sure with it. So, but anyways, Acuna, a great player. He robs him at the end of one of these Sunday night games where you're like any other right fielder probably has that go over his head and they lose the game. So yeah, I had that as loser of the week for sure from this week. Tyler, do you got anything else? Loser of the week or winner of the week you wanted to add on?
Not that I can think of.
The Hawks fully deserve it.
The Hawks are a big loser.
For that effort. They fully deserve loser of the week for that.
The Rim's got to be a loser for the Cavaliers with RJ Barrett. Big Kawhi remake, but from the top of the key.
That's tough.
I got a couple more winners. I say you two homies. I really respect the fact that you guys get back to the community, man. Head coaches, man. It takes a lot to do what you guys do, man, individually. And, you guys got families to support, but to get back to the community and teach other kids, man, I really respect the hell out of you guys for doing that stuff.
Well, I do it selfishly because I enjoy it.
He wants to play golf with Rob Brooks. That's why.
No, I appreciate that. I don't really do it selfishly. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it.
That's funny. I appreciate it, guys.
But I do enjoy it immensely. So
we were talking about Andres earlier. Here's the only guy to go to the Coke bottle, I guess. Apparently.
Oh, he crushed it. This was like one of his first games on the Giants.
Let's see how far the big cat takes this one.
He doesn't get to the Coke bottle, but
Colorado hits 1 a mile. Forget about it. It is out of here, and it's all the way over the sea. Oh, man.
I think I was my junior year of high school. I was stayed up late, this was like an extra innings game or
Astros.
That's what we ever saw, partner. That is.
That's the farthest one they ever saw.
We've seen the left field, that's for sure.
That's in the Coke bottle, Booger.
Hey, Darren, you got the BJ lined up or what?
Which one? Remind me which one it is. So I guess
Brian Johnson
against the Dodgers.
What do you? Oh no, I don't know that one. That one's your favorite one.
We'll save it next week for Brian.
We'll get to next week. Well, we talked to Andres on this one, so I had to. I was like that. That's what I remember from him, just hitting an absolute bomb at Pac-Man Stadium back.
Good first baseman too.
Next week, top 5 DJs.
The guy on the Sixers isn't bad. The guy.
That's DJ.
What's the guy on the Sixers? Oh,
DJ. He didn't get the lucky
that's right.
All right, I got to get out of here, fellas. Thank you.
All right, Tyler, we're out. Everybody's out. We'll see you guys next week. Fatboy FadeAway. Peace out.